of Commedia is that it is life times 100. It turns things up a notch.
For me, Commedia dell'arte is more lifelike theater than just life-of-life theater, because you give birth to a character and then that character says whatever it wants.
And you, Mommy's got a present for you.
She's Grace and her mother Gert. They're two of 15 elderly characters created by Tri-Arts Theater for their new Commedia dell'arte production about senior life. It's called Hobble. Commedia dell'arte is a form of comedy that began in 16th century Italy. Troops of actors wearing masks portrayed stock characters, young lovers, servants, mischief makers, and buffoons. Traveling from town to town, they improvise outrageous stories.
In its basis form, it's kind of, you know, modern-day vaudeville, kind of a bit of a, you know, potty humor sometimes.
It's so great. There's no room for subtlety, and if you're subtle, it just doesn't read. So it forces you to be extroverted and to really get out there.
We've kind of taken this, you know, Italian Renaissance form of comedy and kind of brought it a little bit more into modern day.
We'll call it the social security steal.
Why did you guys decide to create a show sort of based on the experience of being older?
Well, we hadn't done a lot of exploration with the senior characters of Commedia. I mean, we've been using them, but not ever as the focal point of a show.
We really wanted a venue for these senior characters that we created, and then I realized I don't know anything about being a senior citizen at all.
We really made a phone call to the Department of Aging. We told them about what we were planning on doing, the fact that we wanted to develop this show that was going to be a voice for the senior community, and explained the situation that, you know, we weren't seniors ourselves. We really needed some feedback and some people who are interested in learning the form of Commedia as well.
For 13 weeks, the members of the Tri-Arts troupe held classes for seniors at the Cultural Center, teaching them Commedia dell'arte. At the same time, the actors learned what it's like to grow old in our society. Let's take a look.
What stereotype would you assign to each person that was up here on stage?
Now, what do you think?
Oh, I see. This is like...
Right, in this story, who would they be? That's what I was thinking. Young lovers?
One of the things that I found really interesting was that young people were actually interested in what older folks were thinking, saying, feeling, and, you know, stuff. And I thought, not only were they interested, but they really did listen. And so that it became a two-way conversation.
Because it's allowed. They're not against the law. It's not illegal.
It's allowed.
Together, the seniors and the cast improvised scenes and created what they call sculptures.
We've learned so much about the situation, ourselves as people, ourselves as actors, and it was really very revealing, more so than we ever thought it would be. When we started the exercise, things came to us, revelations, you know. I think there's been a real bridge between generations, because we learn from them and they learn from us.
I was really apprehensive because all of my grandparents had died before I grew up, so I really hadn't had any interaction with like grandparents or anyone who was older. So I just decided to go in there, and the first day it was it totally relieved me, because here were real people having real fun with the exercise we're having, and we're having real conversations and stimulating conversations that I haven't had in quite a while.
As opening night drew closer, the cast made final adjustments to the play, looking to their students for guidance.
Do it? Would you like to have a play date?
I would love to have a play date.
It's funny because at the beginning we had all these different ideas. We had an idea of what maybe the show was going to be, and it's nothing like, you know, before we started working with them, we're like, maybe it'll be a very sentimental piece, it'll be very quiet, and it's not quiet at all. They're loud characters. They have a lot to say, and I think it's specifically coming straight from our work with the senior citizens.
I think the best thing about Commedia is it really involves everyone that comes in. The audience, the actors, the seniors in our case who have helped us put on the show.
Okay.
So, just have fun.
fun.
Okay.
That's why we do this.
All right, I'm going to play that song one more time.
All right.
I'm going to start. Okay?
Okay.
All right.